Hey, what's up, guys? It's Daniel, Coach Dan, and had a couple thoughts in my mind I wanted to share. I'm having as I've been out and I've been working, I've had a couple of different observations as I'm talking to, just individuals on a daily basis, and I have some things I want to share. Okay, so the question that I want to start to tackle, and if I can do it in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that's great. So I'm going to try to. But the question that I want to tackle is, and I think that there are some beliefs of, two different people said this to me that basically, generally speaking, I'll say this, that, it's so many different religions, and so number one, how do we know which religion is true? Okay, I'm not going to get into that because that question, as soon as you say that question, it already kind of debunks itself. And then also another question is, there's so many different religions in the world, or most of the religions are the same, right? And so I kind of want to address that question as like all of the religions. Some people believe that all religions are the same. So I'm going to kind of get into that right now. So number one, I'll tell you the kind of the major religions, right? You have Islam, right? You have Buddhism, you have Taoism, you have Confucianism, you have really old religion is Zoroastrianism, you have Hinduism, right? You have Judaism, right? So these are I think I named most of the main ones. I don't know if I said Buddhism, but Buddhism is one too, right? And so the main core focus of all those religions, right, is, and you can look this up yourself. This is great because you can really look this up yourself. It's really essentially about, number one, doing the best you can do, right? Be the best you can do. Be a good member of the community, and essentially do all the good you can do, right? Essentially, that's the core message of all those religions, right? And with Christianity, right, it kind of flies in the face of every other religious system that comes up, right? And it's very contrary to all religions, okay? And I'll explain the reason why is because as far as the scope of justification, right? These religions say, like, if you want to be, spiritual, you want to have a good relationship with God, then you generally have to do all these things, and then you'll be good with God, right? You got to keep the law, and then you'll be good with God, right? But essentially with Christianity, and in the Bible in general, the narrative of the Bible completely contradicts all of those religions. And there are several themes in the Bible and several scriptures. Isaiah 64 verse 6 is just one of them that mentions how our righteous deeds are filthy rags before God. How God will not accept, right, our righteous works and our righteous deeds as a means to having right relationship with him. The only way to have a right relationship with him is something or someone has to die, right? And the theme in the Bible and understanding the Bible is that person that specifically, and that person, in order for them to be able to justify the sins of others, that individual has to be perfect, right? So the Bible, of course, the biblical narrative points to Jesus being that person, right? The Bible is strongly affirming of Jesus being, number one, the Son of God, the Savior of the world, but then also he also was the payment for the sin of humanity, right? And so by the Bible, the central core message and theme of the Bible is through putting your faith in Jesus, then you can be reconciled with God. And it's not through any righteous act. It's not through any righteous work. You cannot do anything to appease or to please God. You can't work hard enough to try to gain God's favor or his merit. It's freely given to us through Jesus Christ. It's a free gift of salvation, right? And so that type of thought and idea completely flies in the face of every other religion. And that's what makes Christianity, and I don't even want to call it a religion. And if you want to call it that, that's fine. And we can go off of that line of thought. But that's what makes Christianity different from all other religions. And it contradicts these religions so clearly. If you just read the Bible, it clearly contradicts all these religions, right? And so I just wanted to share that and to keep that in mind as we're on our journey of finding truth. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for listening at this time. You guys have a blessed day. All right. Peace out, man.